go.
Wow, this is amazing.
This is awesome. We are here today at the Databricks Data and AI Summit here in San Francisco.
And it's at the Moscone Center. We have over 10,000 people here at the conference and tens of thousands of people joining with us online. I'm Ari Kaplan, head of Evangelism at Databricks.
And I'm Pearl. I am a senior technical marketing engineer here at Databricks.
And together we are actually going to be co-hosting the live streaming from what's called Live from the Lakehouse. And we're going to have incredible guests, everyone from partners, book authors, community members, and Databricks founders coming from you. But first, we went to the registration room and talked to a few of our guests. So let's roll a little video that we prepared.
I'm most looking forward to all of the keynote announcements around Databricks products and features that will be coming out this year.
I'm most looking forward to lots of speaker sessions. You know, the good thing about this particular conference is it is very speaker focused and presentation focused. I don't think there is any business industry which is not in this conference.
I checked a couple of sessions and it seems like there are plenty of sessions, and that's one of the things that I'm looking most forward to, and just hanging out, learning from other people who have been doing this at an enterprise level.
Definitely learning more about Databricks, deep dive in terms of multiple aspects, not just data engineering pipelines or something like that, but in terms of how does it help with AI integration, self-serve, BI, data privacy, data governance, and everything included.
There's a lot of different talks on Unity Catalog, which is not something I've had a lot of familiarity with. We're currently in the process of migrating from the Hive Metastore to Unity, so I'm looking forward to attending some of those talks just to get a grounding in kind of like the basics and the foundations.
I can't wait to see all of the latest innovations that are coming out on the Lakehouse.
All right, back with Pearl and Ari at Live from the Lakehouse. So a lot of this is all about collaboration. It's a community event, people who are users, practitioners, customers, partners, people from Databricks, all of us sharing best practices, learning from each other, hearing from customers of how you can use the Lakehouse to improve all of your operations. There's over 10,000 people here in person, tens of thousands of people online. Now, one thing we wanted to mention is there's tons of watch parties all over the world, 157 countries. So we added a hashtag Data AI Summit. If you want to send your photographs, we'll be putting them online in a little bit.
Yes, we'd love to see y'all. We want to see how you're experiencing the summit.
And there's over 300 general sessions. We're at the general session hall with some of the incredible keynotes we'll be talking about in a minute. And the theme of the conference is Generation AI. So right now, you probably have heard of large language models, ChatGPT, and this is really taking over the world. Every single company right now is looking at it, investigating it, and actually now starting to implement it. And here at Data and AI Summit, we have tons of content and actually product announcements. Yesterday we announced the acquisition of the huge company for over $1 billion. And I would also say we have a special guest, Nicholas.
Come on over, Nick!
Wanted to bring him in. Nick, we all work together, by the way. He's an expert in large language models, and wanted you to tell us more about what you do here.
That's a little too generous. Can I see one of those microphones?
Sure,
Yeah.
well,
Perfect. Hi, everyone. Yeah, my name is Nick. I'm fortunate enough to work with these two awesome people. I've been working on the AI side of the house. I worked in aerospace for 6 years, and so I've gotten to see the AI machine learning from a different, more kind of hands-on approach. So it's kind of cool seeing the platform side of things and seeing how much it's evolved in the past couple of years, especially.
You're great.
That is awesome, Nick. It's so great to have you. You look great. Loving the Databricks swag. Okay, I need to get me one of those. But what are you looking forward to this week?
Honestly, a lot of the amazing talks. So I get to see a lot of the AI things that we do just being kind of internal, but seeing all the awesome folks talk about things like Unity Catalog, our governance story, the other sides of AI that I'm not as close to. It's really interesting seeing how customers are pulling it all together, because we're so focused on kind of building the tools, but seeing how people actually apply them is just so satisfying. So there's some talks, there's some awesome speakers. Sai from JetBlue has just, heard a few of what he's got to say, and it's really fun. So I'm excited for that.
That is awesome. As you can see, the energy in here is electric. Everyone is making their way in for this exciting event. Thank you so much, Nick, for being here.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask a few more thoughts. So, data and AI, like, what are some great use cases that you've seen?
Well, I'll tell you from my point of view, as someone that monitored fleets of jet engines, AI has helped, in our case, safety, right? Because we can tell when engines are going or even starting to show any signs of a performance loss. And, well, if you're in a jet and you only have one engine, right? Your life is kind of on the line if that engine were to fail. And so I've seen cases where AI has quite literally saved pilots' lives by telling us, hey, maybe we do maintenance on that engine before we send them out there. So that's personally what I like. I like seeing the real world kind of boots on the ground applications of AI, and it's really entertaining, and it's really interesting to see how fast it's evolving.
Awesome. I just wanted to ask, if anyone is interested in getting into this space, what would be your #1 recommendation? How can they get started?
Absolutely. Be curious. That is my main, thing I would say to everybody is just, that's the way I've gotten here is, hey, I want to know how this works. And there are so many resources available to folks today that as long as you have that curiosity, that spark, go for it, chase it. Go learn and just do whatever you can to just dig as deep as you can, and you can answer your own questions, and that makes it really, really satisfying to find the answers.
Awesome answer. I am with you. Curiosity does not kill the cat in this case. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and how long have you been here?
I've been here just about 2 years. I'm a technical product engineer, so I kind of get hands-on with Databricks and show people how it gets used.
Yeah, great. And if you watch any of the demos, we have this whole demo hub that we recently relaunched. Nick is behind a lot of them, and so we appreciate you being in front of the community.
Hey, thank you for having me. And to all the viewers, have fun. It's going to be an awesome 2 days, and look forward to it.
Well, thank you so much, Nick. We'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Yeah, so Pearl, tell us what's happening this week.
This week we have a lot going on. I love to think about this event as one huge meetup where everyone gets to collaborate and network, but also learn a ton about Databricks and how we're creating the most innovative and cool products in the data and AI space. So this week you can look forward to our keynote speakers, of course, our CEO of Databricks, Ali, and of course the CEO of Microsoft, Satya and Nadella. So I am looking forward to those main speakers. We'll have different partners that will be speaking. We'll be talking about ML flow, some cool, interesting things that we've been working on here at Databricks. We'll also be having a Woman in Data and AI panel that will be taking place that I'm super excited about. We have awesome women from all walks of life, all career levels, that are going to join us and talk about their experiences working in data and AI, and just the future of data and AI. So you can definitely check that out on Thursday. And today we'll have Miss Jennifer Swanson, who will be having a lightning talk over data mesh architecture that she's leading at the Army. So we have amazing women, amazing opportunities here that I'm looking forward to.
That's great, and some of the things, like even just this morning, we had a couple nice press announcements hit, and really at the event, pretty much every one of our products has had recent announcements. Some of the things that I love, Mosaic ML, major company, generative AI. The theme of the conference is Generation AI. We did an acquisition over $1.3 billion, and large language models, something every company is investigating to get into. And one thing I love about the Databricks environment is this will now enable companies to do LLMs on their own data that's in-house, so their own proprietary to trillions of records. The scale is immense. So that's one announcement I love. I don't know, is there any recent products that you like?
No, but I did forget to plug myself. I do have a breakout session that I'll be doing on Thursday, and I'll be talking about Databricks SQL, which is my favorite product that's part of the Databricks platform. And it's all about data warehousing, using your favorite BI tools and analytics. So definitely check me out on Thursday during my session.
Yeah, so other announcements I love is like the Databricks Marketplace. So there's a lot of marketplaces out there, but with Databricks, it enables tons of companies to share not just their data in this case, but their notebooks, their data science models, and even AI applications. You can monetize it, sell it for, give it out for free. So that is another tremendous announcement. Also, now this morning, the support for Iceberg and Hudi. If you don't know those terms, these are other major frameworks all on one platform, so you don't have to move data around. That was one of the big requests we've been getting this past year. That's tremendous.
Yes, and I just wanted to take a moment here and give a shout out to our partners. We have AWS, of course, we have Accenture, we have Microsoft. We are so happy to have you. DBT, we have Fivetran. We're just having a blast here, and we appreciate you, and we want to thank you.
Yeah, Data IQ, Matillion, DBT Labs, and we're co-hosts of Live from the Lakehouse, and we have a great list of guests. We are going to have the co-founders of Fivetran and DBT Labs and some executives from Data IQ on, and it's really all about the partner ecosystem where, you know, it's a heterogeneous environment of all walks of life. So I don't know what that says, but I don't know if that's rap, but so one of the things, well, why don't we talk about ourselves? So Pearl,
yes.
I want to hear your background, more than your title. You started out as a math teacher, right?
Yes, it's always shocking to people, but I was a high school math teacher. I knew for the longest time I've always loved math, clearly, but I just really wanted something new. So I remember my last year of teaching, I was like, what is out there? And so I spent some time learning how to code. I taught myself Python. I taught myself the basic statistics to get started. And so I just jumped right in, just like what Nick said earlier about being curious and constantly looking to learn. Is how I kind of entered this space. I ended up going to consulting. So I worked for Accenture for a little bit, which was an awesome experience. It really opened my eyes up to the tech industry. And so from there, I really wanted to get into a company that really specialized in, you know, innovation in the data and AI space. And that's how I got here to Databricks, and I have been loving it. But you, Ari, enough about me, because I could go on and on and on. You are all about sports. Tell me about your background, how'd you get here, what can we learn from you?
Well, thank you. Speaking of sports, this room, by the way, there's another half back there, is like the Super Bowl. Tens of thousands of people. Like the attendance is like the equivalent of a major sports stadium.
Tons of people.
And we appreciate you all tuning in. So my background, I've been at Databricks 7 months. Head of Evangelism, love being out in the community, talking to customers, but I'm probably known for being one of the early people in sports analytics, applying data, and then later machine learning and AI to help teams and organizations identify talent, find strengths and weaknesses and habits of players, and created and led the Chicago Cubs analytics department, the Baltimore Orioles, the Dodgers, but also from analytics, been a Major League Scout for some people who are now in the Hall of Fame. So looking at the humanistic aspect as well as the data science and merging together, which is why it's so amazing this generative AI is coming to be. It's the merging of humanity and technology to have the best. I also, at one point, was the president of the Worldwide Oracle User Group in this very same hall, you know, helping keynotes with Larry Ellison and folks. But that's kind of like now the traditional database, data warehousing past looking. And you also have data lakes, which is unstructured data machine learning. And those are two very incompatible systems. And that's why Databricks and the Lakehouse came to be. People may not know, but the Lakehouse is a term Databricks coined, and now it's like a whole industry trend. Combines the best of the data warehouse and the data lake, so you can have unstructured, structured data, and under one platform. And it just makes things easier. It's like 10 times faster performance, oftentimes 9 or 10 times, like 1/9, 1/10 the cost.
Wow.
So the best of both worlds in one platform. And then the other thing is, if you have multiple environments, data warehouse, data lake, you also need all different governance.
Yes.
And that is like proliferation of like all different tools, sprawl. So one thing that you love is Unity Catalog.
Yes, I specialize in Unity Catalog, and I just love it because it is our governance solution right here on our Databricks platform. And I am so picky when it comes to working with my data assets, whether it's my queries, my dashboards, and there's nothing like working on something and seeing that your colleague or someone that you may not be sure of is working on the same thing. And so I love our product because it really allows for auditing and permissioning and data lineage to see how your data is coming to be, who is accessing your data, and just how to have a better experience right there on the platform. So Unity Catalog is my fave. I said Databricks SQL too. I didn't lie about that though.
Yeah, tell me about Databricks SQL a little bit more, and serverless even.
Yes, serverless is the future, as you know, and the one thing that I love about serverless is that we can actually, we have a few minutes left, but
Okay.
we can actually have Databricks manage most of the infrastructure and the configuration of your warehouse. So think of us taking all that complexity away from you so that you can run your queries and access your data warehouse pretty seamlessly. Another great thing about Databricks SQL is that I'm a Tableau girl, so when I got right into the platform, I was like, what is this? But the great thing is you can actually connect any of your BI tools right onto the Databricks platform and still query the data from there seamlessly. It's awesome. Everything in one place, just like you said, and I'm all about cost. I'm not going to say I'm cheap, I'm expensive, but I'm all about being frugal and making sure that costs are low, but the performance is high, and Databricks brings all of that.
That's great. So I've also heard that since we last introduced ourselves like 5 minutes ago, a couple tens of thousands of more people signed on. So reintroducing ourselves, I'm Ari Kaplan, head of Evangelism at Databricks.
Yes, and I'm Pearl. I am a senior technical marketing engineer here at Databricks. We are so happy to have you. It is super loud in here. Everyone is bustling in. We are so excited. Thank you for those of you joining us online. We hope you're enjoying it so far. There is so much to look forward to, and I'm so excited for you to be here.
Yeah, and we'll be co-hosts live from the Lakehouse all day, incredible guests. So theme is Generation AI. Another theme is the whole democratization
Yes.
of data and AI. That's a topic I love.
Tell us more about it.
Sure, so I'm a data scientist. I'm a hardcore, hands-on. I teach data science classes, but companies want, for every data scientist, there's 30 business analysts at a company who don't know how to program Perl or Python.
That's
so
true.
if you can enable them to do data science predictions, then you just enabled 30 times as many people to get value out of your data. Also, beyond business analysts, people who use Excel, 7,000 people use Excel compared to data scientists. So imagine democratizing data and AI like Databricks in our community is doing, enables thousands of more people to be able to do not just generative AI, but like traditional AI, predictions, forecasting, and so on. So democratization, what does it mean to you?
It means everything. I feel like just the fact that Databricks is really keen to open source, allowing the community to dive in and just share their insights and their expertise is super awesome. So I'm a huge fan of that. But I actually kind of want to focus on some of our customers.
Yeah, what are some of your, I'll tell you, I was just at HIMSS, the Health and Life Science Conference. I was at the gaming conference. Incredible. So every single industry is being transformed by data and AI. So like the gaming, Riot Games, I play Supercell every single day. Every time they do a match of players who you're going to play, it uses Databricks, for example, to match you with the most likely opponent to make the most realistic game. But they need to do that like in sub-seconds. So if there's a AI problem, there's a large language model and you want to query trillions of records, to be able to do that, you can really only do that in the Lakehouse, number one, if you want to get a response in seconds versus hours. So we have customers querying trillions of records in that life science. One of my favorites was all these medical records, proprietary, since you don't want health information out, being transferred into a large language model. So you could say, hey, my mother-in-law needs a knee replacement. Here's my health insurance, my zip code. Who's the best doctor that has good Yelp reviews? And it'll give it to you immediately. That's like AI for good. Identifying autism
I was
in
just
children.
about to say that. Cognoa is doing amazing work using our platform. They are diagnosing child autism 1.5 years sooner.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Using video technology, and so you don't even have to go to a doctor.
Wow.
You can do that from around the world. Any
That
country.
is phenomenal. That
Yeah.
is phenomenal. And it seems like you know a little bit about Amgen, or
Yes. Yeah, the Dr. Leroy Hood and I go way back to our days at Caltech. He founded Amgen, he invented the DNA sequencer, again with billions, and now he's doing a protein sequencer, trillions of data points to help find very specific, like instead of chemotherapy that just spreads, tries everything in your body, you'll now have more targeted medical, and that can only be done through trillions of predictions with AI, and they're one of our big Databricks customers.
I love that. That is super, super awesome. We have so many more customers, more than, I can't even give you a number. We have so many.
Yeah, go to our customer website.
Yes.
Every single industry, manufacturing, life sciences, entertainment, utilities, AT&T, and it's like pretty common, 7 to 10 times performance improvement, and like half, a third, a tenth of the price combined together. And again, the scale, trillions of records. Having worked at Oracle, we used to talk billions.
Yes.
Now we're talking trillions.
Yes.
And it's also easy. I want to emphasize
Easy.
that.
That's key. We make things really, really simple. I heard about Apache Spark and open source, and MLflow and Delta Lake have 43 million downloads a month.
Yeah, that is, having come to Databricks, that was like blew me away. 43 million downloads of our open source, and I should say our founders of Databricks are the co-creators of Apache Spark, of MLflow, Delta Lake, 3 of the most popular open source products in the world. And tens of millions a month.
That
It's
is
insane.
phenomenal. And speaking of the co-founders, I'm excited to talk with a few of them today. Later on, we'll be talking with Matei, and it's going to be super, super, super exciting. It is time for us to start wrapping up.
Yeah.
It went by super fast. I was excited.
Yeah, we're getting that call wrap up. We will see you later today. Enjoy the announcements. Thank you for tuning in. Worldwide, we appreciate you.
Yes, we can't wait to see more of you. We can't wait for you to see more of us. It's going to be an amazing, amazing week. Thank you again for joining us, and have a great week.